Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once. Well, last time, we did some work for the Legion, and decided that yes, tragically, we're not going to be rescuing these NCR troopers, because to do so would cost me a stealth boy. And I'm sorry lads, but you're just not worth that. And today, right, I was thinking we could turn our attention to HELIOS One, though there is one very important thing I want to do before we jump into that. Because, you see, I reckon it's time to get this character set up to finally start taking advantage of the incredible power of the unarmed skill. Though to do that, yes, we're going to be needing some flipping unarmed weaponry. Because what we've got right now, it's a tiny bit on the underwhelming side, so all this money I've just been sitting on this entire playthrough, it's finally time to actually spend some of it. Because yeah, around this bit of the world, very nearby to where we are in fact, there are a lot of really bloody interesting stores that might have some very powerful toys we could pick up, though we're going to be starting by returning straight back to Novac. And speaking of which, perfect cocky timing, yes, as the sun rises, Cliff Briscoe's making his way back to the dinosaur. It does pay me, by the way, to just scroll straight past Paciencia. An amazing gun, but tragically not for this playthrough. So, there we go. The Power Fist. A very, very good weapon indeed for only 800 caps. And honestly, that is a bargain. So, okay. I'm not going to buy that just yet. As I say, there's a few shops around here. I'd like to check some others first. But this is a very interesting and solid weapon. Because yes, after so many episodes of singing the praises of the baseball bat, we are now starting to approach the point of the game where yes, I can get and properly use weapons that can outperform it in terms of sneak attack damage. Because sure, I could double the damage of the baseball bat, which is brilliant, but the Power Fist, despite not being able to do such a thing, is just, you know, more powerful in terms of its base damage, its crit damage, and as a result, yes, a basic Power Fist, even before you mod it, can outperform a baseball bat with all of its mods in terms of a sneak attack crit. Though, curiously, this does not mean the baseball bat's done will be retiring it. On the contrary, in just a moment, we're going to discover a whole new exciting use for the baseball bat, so, okay. I'm going to keep this thing in mind because, yeah, though there might be better options floating around somewhere, this thing is very, very good. So, next up, we do indeed want to mosey northwards straight towards Boulder City, though, yes, we will be going a slightly unconventional route to get there. Because, yes, if we just return to HELIOS One for a second, mosey out to the right and just, yeah, follow the fence nice and closely, yeah. There's two ways you can theoretically go here. One way is to head east to join up with the road and walk up in that direction. But that's a terrible idea, because, yes, sometimes fire-breathing ants wander onto the road, there's a raider ambush over there, bad idea in general. So what we're going to do instead is, yeah, just go straight back to the fence here, and we're just going to stick right to this for the minute. So yeah, we're now approaching the lake bed, filled with fire-breathing ants. But if we stay right here, just staying right by the fence, they should come nowhere near us. Alright, though, keep that scanning, just in case. But yeah, for the most part, hang on, I think I just saw one for a split second over there. Hang on, that's probably a few. Yeah, if you just stay right there, there's one. That was a big one right there. If you just stay down, you've got decent sneak, you stay right by the fence. They should be nowhere even close to detecting you. So what we're going to do is, yeah, basically loop around to this far side of the lake bed and just walk up there, straight past Vault 11. Because, honestly, it's just much safer than following the actual road. Just be a bit careful, in case you know, say, a scorpion or something moseys around the corner. Because there's a few of them way more in that direction. But sometimes they can wander a bit. But it's looking pretty quiet so far. So I'm pretty okay with, yeah, what I'm seeing. So what we do now is just, yeah, mosey straight northwards, straight past the Vault 11. We're not going into Vault 11, obviously. That would be nonsense. And yeah, once again, there's a nice little ridge between you and the lake bed, so even if there are any fire ants nearby, there's no real chance they're going to be able to see me. So I can just go straight up here, straight to the 188 trade post, without anybody even coming close to detecting me. Unless something goes horribly wrong, like I really shouldn't say that, like I don't really want to jinx this or anything, but yeah, they should be pretty bloody safe. Yeah, just popping my head up on the ridge here. The nearest ant is all the way over there, so there is no chance they're detecting me. Yeah, we should now be safe to just make a run for the 188, and the 188 is definitely completely safe, so okay, we've made it to store number, well, I was about to say store number 2. There's actually quite a few stores here, but I'm not sure I can really, you know, make use of most of them. There we go, 188, there's Veronica 2, we don't need to worry about her just yet. So yes, store number 1 is just, you know, food and drink and whatnot. Though tragically you're not selling any drugs, dear flipping dear. Shop number 2 is down bottom, there's a GRA store down here. Though I think I can't actually access this one, unfortunately. Yeah, you need 40 in guns to get this guide to open up to you. Okay, I don't think there's any way I can get my 24 up to a 40. Because yeah, while I do have one copy of a skill magazine for guns plus 10, in order to get the remaining 6 points, I need to get my agility from 7 up to 10. And agility is actually relatively difficult to boost. Oh, hang on. I did not realise this till just now, but riot gear, guns plus 5, agility plus 1, that should be just enough, right? Oh yeah, it turns out I can get guns up to 40, so show us the infantry, Alexander. Tragically though, and I feel like I should have seen this one coming, despite the fact that gun runners 100% do sell melee weapons, this guy does just sell guns. Because he has, like, you know, a guns check to access him. Bare minimum, I do get 36 XP for passing a 40 skill check, so that's fine. The real person of note, however, is, yes, the NCR salesman up here on the right.
Our forces suffered a huge blow at Forlorn Hope. We'll remember that.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, by the way. I just needed this lovely new machete. Anyway, lovely to meet you, and you have normally got a very, very nice infantry. So okay, one more power fist, but on top of that, a chainsaw. Now okay, here's the funny thing about the chainsaw, which is, despite that very impressive sexy 73 damage number against it right there, the chainsaw is not actually quite as good as you might be expecting, because the critical damage on a chainsaw is basically non-existent. It's like 8 or something. So as a result of that, yes, it doesn't do as much as you'd think for a sneak attack. In fact, if you actually do the mathematics here, a chainsaw sneak attack does pretty much the same damage as a basic power fist sneak attack. Purely because the power fist has a way more critical damage, which always gets applied when you're doing sneak attacks. So, okay, power fist once again, a chainsaw will leave be. Now, by any chance, are you willing to sell me, I don't know, say something very exciting in the miscellaneous tab? Gosh darn it, nothing for the power fist or anything. This is going to be like the flipping nails all over again, isn't it? I'm going to be waiting 5 episodes to pick up any decent mods for the cocking power fists. Okay, there's one more store I want to check, and luckily, yeah, it's going to take me precisely in the direction the game wants me to go anyway. Because down this direction, we have got ourselves Boulder City. So, here we go, straight past the Memorial Monument. Don't worry about that. Brahma decides to start running, which is maybe a tiny bit concerning, because that normally means danger's around somewhere, but... Okay, everyone else looks nice and chill. There's a trader here, but yeah, you've really got anything of value, my friends. Seriously, I've seen this before and I do not understand it. There's just one travelling merchant who seems to spawn here by Boulder City, and he's never got anything good on him. Still, I'll happily trade out ammo, I suppose. It gets me a little bit more money while I'm passing by. And same deal from, yeah, Bighorn Saloon right next door, where I could just, wow. I was about to say, you know, buy some more booze, drugs, etc, etc. Also, just rob the place while I'm passing by, because honestly, why not? That's a good lever action, a shotgun. We could sell down the line. Beautiful. help ourselves to all of his spare booze without paying. But you know what? I feel bad about this, so we are going to buy something on the way out. Don't you worry.
The ground in Forlorn Hope was soaked red from the blood of our own people.
Okay, once again, I am sorry about that, but please stop bringing it up. You're making me feel bad. You know, I'm arguably carrying a bit too much booze at this point, to be honest. Like, maybe I should, like, start drinking some of this. Okay, it's currently noon on... Oh, bloody hell, how do date formats work in Fallout New Vegas? Is it currently the 11th of March or the 3rd of November? Because... okay, whichever it is, just remember that's the current date and time. Because I'm about to down 7 beers, and also I'm working towards I can stop any time I want, which is just a free XP, so why not? Then we're going to wash that down with, yes, 12 bottles of wine. I think I just picked up some lovely experience there. 68 XP, just for doing far too much booze. Keep drinking the wine as well. Whiskey and vodka, and also scotch, I believe. They've all got the same effect, so yeah, they're part of the same, like, queue of alcohol I'm currently setting up. So we're just going to drink all of that. Maybe leaving, like, you know, 3. This, like, you know, just means I'm going to be constantly under the effect of them. And on top of that, it means I'm not carrying them around anymore. So we're just going to drink, yeah, most of this as well. Then we're going to drink most of the scotch too. This is genuinely, like, half my inventory right now, which is delightful. So, right. That's all of that, meaning, as a result, I'm now... wait, why am I currently under the effect of it? John, you didn't take off the cooking riot gear. Don't wear the riot gear day to day. It's heavy. Enemies will see you. Right. Better. So yes, I'm now under the effect of alcohol. And I will be for, I suspect, quite some cooking time. Like, maybe several weeks of in-game time at this point. Which is fine, because that feeds straight through into my strength, so I'm genuinely doing more damage with all my melee weapons on account of being ridiculously drunk. Look at that, baseball bat up from 28 to 29. Though, fun note, that only affects melee weapons, not unarmed, because yeah, you get bonus damage to your melee weapons from strength. For your unarmed weapons, however, the bonus comes from endurance. Which is tragically a bit more difficult to raise on a temporary basis, because, yeah, the only thing that really does that is buff out. So, let's not worry about that for now. Instead, let's just stumble outside and round the corner to Boulder City proper.
We've got a situation with some great cons right now. The brass at McCarran has ordered me to lock down the ruins until it's been resolved.
And wouldn't you know it, the great cons are still here and I can finally say hi to them. And thus begins a Boulder City showdown. So, just mosey inside, and no rush to take care of this, by the way. Because, yeah, you can also do a tiny bit of looting in all the ruins back here. The area is a bit bigger than it might initially look. Because, yeah, down at the bottom of this area, there's multiple houses with a couple of floors. You can just crack these open for some free ammunition. And no stealth boy on this occasion, though. Honestly, I can't complain. I have been so lucky with stealth boys over the course of this run. It has been ridiculous. So, yeah, that's number one. Just stay away from that back door. They can get a bit annoyed if you try and sneak in at the rear over there. So, yeah, just to keep on keeping on. Help myself to some chat. Just be very careful not to accidentally drink from the toilet water, because that would be healing, and thus I'd be breaking the rules, damn it. But okay, we'll deal with the main building in just a second, because, yeah, as I was saying, just double check I'm set up the way I think I am right now. Speed of 48 should be absolutely a-okay.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Good Springs. You're supposed to be dead.
So, funnily enough, I'm not, though I do appreciate, you know, pretending to be a ghost. That's delightful.
Alright, quit fucking around. You survived and you tracked us down. What now?
So, okay, step one, I need that platinum chip, Jessup.
Don't have it. Benny stole it right before he stabbed us in the back. He's probably back at the strip by now, laughing at me.
So there we go, we've got a location for Benny. More importantly, we've got a giant pile of XP. But yes, Jessup, let's talk about sorting things out with you and the NCR.
What's to negotiate? The NCR backs off, we walk out of here, nobody gets hurt.
And actually, my friend, how about you free the hostages, and I get the NCR to escort you back to Red Rock Canyon?
I can't believe I'm doing this. But alright, the hostages can go. The NCR had better keep their end of the deal, though. Here, a souvenir for you. It's Benny's lighter. Shove it up his ass when you catch up with him.
And there we go. Nice and easy. And the moment we come out of that conversation, level 8. So, okay. Number 1, given we're talking a lot about unarmed, we're getting that straight up to 50, because just like melee weapons back in the day, once you hit 50, stuff starts getting sexy. What I'm also going to do is, boost my speech by 2 points, because that's now 48, and I'm now drunk for the next, calendar month or thereabouts, so that's functionally 50. But more importantly, the level 8 perks, because if you're a melee character, level 8 is the level you are cocking and waiting for. Say hello to Super Slam. All melee weapons and unarmed attacks, but not thrown melee moochables, have a chance of knocking your target down, and bloody hell, the chance is actually pretty bloody generous. So, okay, let's just take that immediately. Because the way it works is, any unarmed attack now has a 15% chance of knocking down the opponent, which is already pretty bloody generous. That's bloody amazing. But arguably, melee could get even more out of this. Because one-handed melee gets the same percentage, about 15%. But the number of melee weapons that have got ridiculously faster swing speeds is really cocking high. Every single one of these swings, 15% chance of knocking down an opponent. This is how you fight when you're doing a melee run. You knock the enemy down, and then you keep them down. And then we get to the baseball bat, because the baseball bat is a two-handed weapon. Two-handed weapons in this game don't get a 15% knockdown chance. Oh no, they get a 30% knockdown chance, which is much higher to represent the fact that two-handed weapons tend to be slower. But the baseball bat is not that slow. Just look at the speed you can swing this thing, because I've installed a mod that makes it swing faster. So if I need an enemy to absolutely 100% stay down, just wailing on them with the baseball bat, that might be my new go-to strategy. I do find this mission a tiny bit weird, by the way, which is, you make that deal with the Khans, then you just walk back outside and speak to the NCR to confirm the deal. Now, you might think the NCR might be a bit difficult to persuade, because they don't really like the Khans, and the Khans took 2 of their people hostage, etc, etc. But no, they will just happily go along with it.
I'm glad you were able to get my people freed, but there's a new problem. I just got orders to take out the Great Khans, hostages or not.
The guy literally has orders to take out the Khans anyway. But yes, if you just kind of say, actually, how about you ignore those orders and don't do that thing?
You're right. The Great Khans are free to go.
Okay, you are getting so court-martialed, my friend. I'm sorry about this. And another 270 XP as well, so blimey, we're already almost up to the next level too. Still, I want to take a quick right here, and it's my light on right now. No, that was just the natural light. Dear oh flipping dear, blimey, that sign is hard to read. So yes, I want to just mosey around the corner towards a Hoover Dam. Oh, and guess who's shown up on the way? It's NCR Ranger who gives you the NCR Radio Man. No one ever uses this, it's a deeply weird item that doesn't even work most of the time. So yes, I've now got an NCR emergency radio, so I can supposedly call up the NCR for help. But yes, loads of locations it just doesn't work, so I'm just not going to be using that, that's fine. But yes, more importantly, as we just arrive in Hoover Dam proper, step inside the visitor center, you can help yourself to a snow globe, and no one minds me taking that, that's just a free money. And then straight downstairs into the power plant, because if we just go downstairs in the officers, down towards the barracks and whatnot. Here we go, Quartermaster Paladin, lovely to see you, good sir. Now, normally, this guy would not be willing to trade with me until I've actually got permission from, Cassandra Moore upstairs. However, if the NCR doesn't hate you, and on top of that, if you've got speech 50, you could just trade with him immediately.
I guess I can make an exception, just for you.
Thank you very much, Barton, I appreciate it. Yes, this guy in particular just sells ridiculous amounts of ammunition. Beyond that, he's selling a Power Fist, but they're basic Power Fists and not the Gunrunner's Arsenal variant, so you can't modify them. Okay, and no mods either, so, right. The best option I've got out of the stores I've seen is one, a GRA Power Fist, and no mods. Which is a tiny bit underwhelming, so, right. I'm going over to Plan B. Not least as, yeah. Especially if I'm thinking about Helios One, there's a better option, just as sitting around waiting to be claimed very nearby. So okay, stepping back outside here, it's time to turn my attention to the main event for today. Like I was saying, Helios One. Though I freely admit, I'm going to do this in, yes, a rather bloody odd order. Because you may recall, we've been in here before, grabbing a skill book on the way past. And at the same time, right, we did get one of the two control terminal passwords that's in the same room that the medical skill book's in upstairs, so we've got one of the two that we need already. And now I'm trying to remember, yes, was the other one from Fantastic? From the followers chapping? I genuinely can't remember, but you know what, I'm happy to speak to both of you, because, yes, this building contains some truly wonderful voice acting, like, you know, some of the most beloved in this entire game.
Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
They 100% are, yes.
Ah, shit. Shit, man. I need this. Gotta pay the bills. And I'm addicted to a lot of different kinds of chems. I mean a lot.
And yes, if you go down this route, you get an extra little speech check just to extort some money out of him. And also get a bit of XP, of course.
Aw, man. How am I supposed to buy chems now? Fine, here.
Right, 23 more XP, a little bit more money, but... oh, you've gotta love Fantastic. Okay, let's just jump into Fantastic's dialogue, because this guy's a star.
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be?
Literally every line this guy says is just solid golds.
No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day.
I love this guy so very, very much. And crucially, yes, the most famous line of all, how did you get this job, Fantastic?
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
Every line, solid cocky golds. And there we go, I just get out of that conversation and he gives me the other password. So okay, I've now got all the passwords I need outside. However, we want to chat to the other doctor first, because you, sir, you're the most important reason I've come here at all.
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
It's very important to impress this guy, and just say that you're a scientist, you want peace, etc, etc. Don't let him know that I occasionally go bananas and murder people with knives and whatnot.
Then we have that in common. Whom do you typically work with?
And luckily, with Speecher 35, we can get some information out of him before he demands it from us.
Very well, yes. I'm part of the followers of the apocalypse. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. Knowledge that must never be lost to the world. Now your turn.
And I want what you want, good sir. The followers of the apocalypse, despite being a very minor faction, are actually pretty bloody important to this run in a way. So, yeah, keeping this guy nice and sweet, that's bloody useful. So okay, step outside and let's start making a little bit of progress here, because, yeah. The thing about Helios One is, this now plays into something I need to be thinking about a lot, which is stealth boy economy. To do something, how many stealth boys is it going to cost me? And is it really worth spending those stealth boys in terms of what I get out of it? And if this were purely a case of, you know, XP, I'd probably say don't worry about it, skip straight past Helios One. But yeah, There's a few other bits and pieces I can get out of this too. So that's why I've decided I want to come here. So step 1, yeah. There's one terminal over there behind those tents. So one more over here. So we just want to be taking care of this nice and quick. Most importantly, yeah, just to deal with these traps. Make sure we just... Oh, bloody... Oh! Just leveled up. Which means... Did I just take damage? If I did, it wasn't much, but okay. What I was supposed to be doing was carefully taking apart all of those traps and then just not getting in range of the mines. I was just trying to get to that tripwire round the back, so... I'm level 9, and now can't verify whether I just took damage for a second, but okay, another level up already. Beautiful. Okay. I think what we do need to do is, yeah, get lockpick moving in the right direction. That would be very, very useful, actually. So, do I want to get that to 48? So with a hat, I could just do average locks. You know what? I'm going to say yes, because we will need to keep that moving up towards 75 at some point, so that's fine. We'll also get sneak up to 60, leaving 3 points. You know what? We've been talking about unarmed. Let's just put those into unarmed. So, okay. That's that done. Sorry, my heart rate is now slightly unhealthily high, so... Just out of interest, we did not take damage. We're still down with 6 hit points lost. Because, yes, explosions aren't really supposed to be able to bypass, like, walls or whatnot. But sometimes they do, so... That was a pure incompetence by me right there. Well done, John. And also, has that bloody gun already gone off? Because I think it has, right? Though I can't actually... Yeah, I don't have the repair to deal with that. I'm just going to go over here. And I'm just going to do this. So, yeah, the mine there went off, or like there-ish, I think. And that triggered the one that was here. I was planning to just, you know, deal with this, and then walk into here, and then deal with the computer from far enough away it doesn't trigger the mines. Alright, that works, just so you know, and, hang on, that needs to be, good, that does need to be disarmed, so, well, this has been going well so far. This is really promising for the rest of this flipping quest. But yes, just reset the mainframe connection, that's step 1 complete. Step 2, however, is a little bit more complicated because, yeah, there's the tower itself, which has got a whole bunch of robots in it. I could just go in there now. But yeah, before we can really do anything in there, we've also got to do the second terminal, which is guarded by NCR dogs. But the dogs are hostile to you, even if you say, you know, dress up as a member of the NCR or whatnot, suggesting... I don't know. The NCR just decided to put their worst behaved dogs inside this structure, having converted this terminal shack into, like, the kennels or something. Because, yeah, the dogs in here are just angry. And normally, maybe I just toss a grenade over the top until they all died, because despite being NCR dogs, the NCR doesn't mind if you attack them and murder them all. So, basically, yes. What I want to do is use a stealth boy to get in there, and then come over here and deal with this building as well. However, there's something I want to do first, which is, like I was saying, go and grab a very particular weapon that I think might just be rather bloody useful. And hilariously, we can actually go and, like, you know, do a little bit of spying right now. Down on the compass over there, that is a cave. A cave that contains a very, very useful weapon indeed. Especially going into the environment I'm about to go into. The question really is one of timing. What I'm going to try and do is, with a single stealth boy, go into that cave, grab the weapon I'm after, come back to Helios One, deal with that terminal, get inside, and then, yeah, clear the tower before it wears off. Because I do not want to spend 2 stealth boys on a Helios One. That would be too much. So step 1 is, yeah, just travel back to Helios One's front door, and then retrace the exact route we went on at the start of this episode. But yeah, this time we're not turning a right to go to the 188. We're turning a left to go back to that cave. And yeah, just make absolute double sure that there is nothing nearby to the entrance. But it all looks nice and chill. Scorpion staying over there today. Good. Good, good, good. So yeah, this cave is very small. It's very small indeed. What it's got in it is a handful of Nightkin, who are sometimes chill if you've already done a crazy. But yeah, that I am not quite ready for yet. So there we go. Blackrock Cave, marvelous. So what I'm going to do before I enter, because yeah, there's going to be a creature right inside when I enter as well. I'm just going to wait till, yeah, say 1:15. I like nice round numbers, okay? That's perfect. So, okay, that takes me to 3:15, then 3:55. 3:55 in the morning, that's the point when the stealth boy is going to wear off. So I've got a lot to do in that time. Because once I'm done with this, I need to fast travel back to HELIOS One. So okay, activate you. The clock is now ticking. So just, don't have the thing on, do I? I had the cooking light on, bloody hell. Right, getting over here. And yeah, that can detect Nightkin. But don't worry about them. Just make sure you don't walk into them. That's the important thing right there. So just work around you. Work around you as well. There should be a corpse just around the corner over here. That's what we want. So just help myself to their money. The hat if I want it, but honestly that's fine. But this is what we really want. The Paladin Toaster. This is a unique variant not of the Power Fist, but instead of the Zap Glove, which is a weapon that is slightly inferior to the Power Fist in terms of base damage, but does a huge amount of bonus damage to robots. It does power armor as well, which it does, but nowhere near as much. Like, don't even worry about it. The power armor bonus damage is pretty flimsy. If you're going up against power armor, just use a more powerful weapon. But against robots, it's like a plus 50 EMP damage. It is huge. So, okay. We're going to take that. And now, we're just going to immediately leave. And no one's going to know I was ever here. Alright, just give them a bit of a wider berth just for safety. Straight back outside. And the moment we get back outside, we need to stand up before we fast travel. Because the amount of time that passes while you're fast traveling is a function of your cooking and movement speed. So stand up first, because then you'll have made it a greater distance in less time. So as a result, we'll make it there pretty efficiently. So okay. That gets us to here at 2:06. Okay. We've still got the best part of 2 hours. And we've done the fast traveling, which is pretty good. So now we just need to, yeah, make it back to the outside as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure going, yeah, left here, then up and around is faster, and then going right through the corridors. Because they, like, you know, turn back on themselves a couple of times. I think this is going to be faster. But yeah, we are now very literally on the clock. So just over to here. Just hop over to the pipe. Drop down to there. Not even close to full damage. Don't you worry about that. And okay. Keep on keeping on. Back outside. Everything's going to be fine. Don't even worry about it. So okay. Straight down here. That's just an NCR dog trying to catch up with its human. Don't even worry. It's fine. Check the time. 2:13. So, okay, if I could get into, yeah, this structure before I'm actually up to an hour left, that would be good. So, okay, John. Go over to, yes, this McGibble. Set this as my active weapon. So, yeah. We'll be setting this thing right now, but don't get it out just yet, because, yeah, we don't actually want to be using it or carrying the weight of it. So now, we just step in here. Check what... Whoa, 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 oh, bloody... Whoa, whoa, how? How did you... Cock. Well, this is... Okay, hang on, this has gone horribly wrong. How did you detect me? I'm invisible right now, right? No, seriously, how did you just... Oh, well, that's... Okay, how am I going to fix this? Oh, I have proper screwed this up. So the NCR are now panicking. How did they detect me? No, seriously, how? That doesn't make sense. I'm cloaking invisible. Did I walk into one of them? Like, if you walk into them, that can, like, cause that to happen, but... No, seriously. I am properly in stealth boy mode right now. So... You shouldn't be able to detect me. Okay, just get this done, get this done, get this done, get this done, get this done. Okay, well that wasted a few minutes. Bloody hell. This episode is not good for my health. Just reset the thing. That's both of them done. Now just leave. 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 Everything's fine. Okay. That was needlessly stressful. And I've only got cooking 40 minutes to go. Okay. We now need to do this at cooking speed, because the more enemies I can clear out while invisible, the better. So, in we go to the soda collection tower. That's just the dogs I'm in caution from. That's fine. 22. There's a turret right here. I just need to bypass. There should be another robot just around the corner. You need to go down, buddy. And crucially, yes, here we flipping go. Going into VATS with unarmed weapons, now I'm at an armed 50, I unlock some new options. Specifically, the uppercut. The uppercut is brilliant. This is now something that every single unarmed weapon will have access to. And all it means is, it's a regular attack, but does a 50% bonus damage. Every unarmed weapon in the game is just 15% stronger than it would be otherwise, because why the cock not, quite frankly. So, yeah, just do that, but with the bonus EMP damage, that should be more than enough to kill you. Beautiful. That puts me into caution, because the turret is not happy with me, but don't worry about that. Okay, are we safe from the... Yeah, we're definitely safe from the turret at this point. Keep on... Oh! No, oh, no, no, bloody... Whoa, 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 no, I was not safe from the turret. What the... There were more turrets here than I was anticipating. Okay, hang on. I've just made a pretty big error. Actually, I need this door to close, by the... Close it, close that... Okay! Straight up forgot that there was apparently a second turret in that room. That's my bad. And as a result of that, luckily, I was, you know, wearing decent armor. This is why you wear decent armor. I've got 12 minutes till this wears off. Okay, hang on. What are we up to right now? Okay, we have now officially lost... That was a lot. 31 hit points are now gone. So we had 6 gone already. That was 25. Just from me being an idiot and forgetting about the existence of turrets. Okay, I need to speed things up, by the way. Because, yes, there's one more enemy. Well, there's 2 more enemies, really, that need to go down before I completely lose my invisibility. So there's you. That's you nice and dead. Good, 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 good. What's the time now? 6 minutes to go. Oh, bloody hell. There's one more enemy in here that really needs to go down. It's a proper, like, a gutsy, and where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where the cock are you? Oh, bloody hell, this is. And I am now visible. That's a gutsy in this room. Probably a low-level variant of gutsy, but 355 on the dot. Okay. This was not worth it. This is now officially not cooking worth it. So, right. The question now is... Do I actually... Well, I have to keep going. That's the funny old thing. If I turn back now, I'll have to go back through that room, and then I'll definitely choose another stealth boy. If I keep going, I need to take out basically one more enemy. Then, I could just go straight through to the end of this area. Then I can just fast travel from the top of the tower. So it's actually safer if I don't want to use a stealth boy to proceed. problem I've got here is... That's the gutsy, right there. This is an issue. Because the tick doesn't say up or down. So he could be right in front of me. Which would be good in a way. I kind of want this gutsy to come towards me. Oh, bloody hell. It's a gutsy, John. Genuinely not sure what to do right now. I am not sure at all. You know what? No. I've decided, right. It's inefficient and I don't like it and I hate that I have to do this, but I'm activating another stealth boy. So wasted. Such a shame. Such a cocking shame. But, yeah, that's a full Mr. Gutsy. That's not like, you know, a basic low-level version or anything. That's a proper one. So as a result of that, yeah, you know what? That's fine. Just... Why am I in caution with him? Don't want to be in caution with him. To be honest, John, take a note of the time. I'm panicking at this point in case you hadn't noticed. Right, just before 7 AM. Okay, get him. And now hit him with all the uppercuts. But a sneak attack should be enough. So get in there. Whack you. A sneak attack critical. And down you go. That was the right decision. Because Gutsy's hit really cocking hard. Okay. Now we should be able to avoid most of the trouble. Because I know I'm seeing a lot of red there. But those guys aren't actually properly awake. Just mosey through here. Help myself to a Poseidon ID card. Average lot picking. You see, this was all planned. Damn it, we're fine. Just crack you open. Right, and that means we can bypass all of the robots there, who are kind of asleep right now anyway. And that's literally it. That's all we need to do. Step the next, we need to, yes, sort out the mainframe. And that involves repairing the generator. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, I don't have scrap on me. You need scrap and also quite a bit of repair. But that is fine. Because, yeah, I picked up that ID card for a reason. I can use that to wake up you. Insert the ID card. Lovely. So, okay. He's now going to go and do... that, and that's all fine. That will fix up the machine, and that broadly is the mission mostly complete. But this has been messy. Okay, damage from a turret because I was an idiot and I forgot where the cocking turrets were. And then burning 2 stealth boys because I didn't get my timings right and messed up with the dogs. So yeah, not great in all sorts of ways. Still, all we need to do now is configure the power grid. We put that to, no, not emergency output levels, full region. But as a result, there's going to be brownouts, but that's a-okay, because that is what the followers want me to do. They want power to be sent to everybody. And then it's just a case of, oh, hang on, that's not a skill book, that's just a normal book, that's fine. Yeah. Step outside. It is now morning. Everything is a-okay. I think I have to wait till 9 AM or something to actually properly set up the mirrors. It's too early in the day right now if I had to guess. So, is it 9 or 10? Okay, I'm just passing time in order to get to, you know, the right time of day or whatnot, though the panel appears to be not working. And then the game straight up crashed. But luckily, yes, because I was waiting for an hour at a time right here, there was an autosave right here next to the panel. So, okay, still needs to be 9 AM, by the way. Come on, I was 6 minutes off a game, that's fine. So, okay, New Vegas broke for a second, but it all seems to be fine now. So just, yes, flick the switch, because seriously, I want my cocking reward for doing this mission. I have sacrificed quite a lot for this, actually, and... in retrospect, this was not worth it. This has been a bad trade. I shouldn't have done this. Still, that's the mission done. And yes, now I do not want to go back the way I came, because, you know, there's still robots and turrets and whatnot that were down there previously. Instead, given we're now officially outside, we can literally just fast travel back down to the front door of Helios One. Then we just return to our new follower friend right here.
Now that the NCR is more or less what they want, hopefully their curiosity about the plan is satisfied, and they'll dig no deeper. The followers will be grateful. Here, take these as a parting gift. I hope you'll find them useful.
So alright, that gets us some XP, a little bit of medicine we can sell. But yes, more importantly, if we play it nice with this guy, we get ourselves a bigger book of science. So, you know, free skill points. So, just a pop of this while I am passing by, I get my science up to 32. Not bad. Not bad at all, though that would be 34 if I wasn't, you know, drunk right now. Still, I would say with some powerful tools in hand and a little bit less health as well, how about we call it a pot there? But next time... Right. I think it's time to mosey northwards to the outskirts of Vegas proper. Because I'm still sitting on a big pile of money, but as we get closer and closer to Vegas, oh bloody hell, there are stores floating around that are guaranteed to sell some real bloody vicious monsters, though it can be very, very expensive. Like, so expensive that my 10 grand might not actually be enough, so right, we might have some very difficult decisions coming up next episode, so hopefully you join me next time for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been a Fallout New Vegas, You Only Live Once. Thank you very much, and goodbye. If we just hide the bodies, nobody needs to know about this. Yes! My stupid plan has worked! It turns out I'm a genius! The giant rat scorpion is not gone! Oh, hang on, there's more yet, though. I'm still being very shocked. Guys, where's the NCR? Nobody needs to know.